This is on the south side of the works, and this is the Spon Lane, and these are shops with houses as well, and that backs onto the factory. And then number 18 there were the gardens here, and number 19 was the crate yard where second-hand crates were repaired, ready to be put back into service, and there were chaps there working on that. Number 20 was the laboratory. And there was all sorts of, I think that was a two-storey building, and then number 21 was the personnel office, and that's the place where they kept all the records of the workforce in the factory. And 22 is the old school buildings, which they turned into the restaurants, or the canteens in those days. There was one for the men, one for the ladies, one for the staff, and then the back end there I think was for the directors. 23 was the entrance to the new gate there, and 24 was the garage, and the garage there they used to repair and keep all the lorries and the transport in good condition. 25 there was a small fire station there. It was only a little one, and there was a volunteer fire service people part-time, and I never remember it going out. I don't remember any fires at all. That's the carpenter shop number 26, and behind that there was the crate shop where they made all the crates, the new ones, and also a sawmill. And then 27 was the yard where they kept all the new timber. It was backing onto the railway there, 27. We come back onto number 28 here, and that's the blown packing department, and that's where all the globes and things were packed up to send off. And there was actually an entrance there, a very wide entrance, and they used to bring the horse and carts in there and the lorries to load up, and then take them off up here to the railway station in some cases. That's 28. 29 was the blown section where they blew all the globes and things like that, and also made tubing. Number 30 was the tubing and the laboratory work, and that the laboratory where I think that was called ISIL, and that was on the first floor. They had a two-storey building there. Then we crossed over then to 31, which is the optical department. This portion here was where the furnaces were, and they were small furnaces, and they used to put these clay pots that we talked about earlier into the kilns and fired them first, and then they used to put glass in and keep for a long time, 2 or 3 days probably, before it's absolutely perfect, and then that was transferred to this side for the optical, and they were doing the optical stuff. 32 were some houses on the Albury Road that we also acquired, and that was for local workforce people. There weren't many of them, but there were 1 or 2 there. That's 29, 32. And then 33, we're coming back again now, here, was the first aid post. This piece here is the bridge that I was talking about that comes out into the south side. First aid there, and then this was once originally a residence. It's called the Old Hall, and when I was there, the top floor was devoted to the drawing office and also the architect, and in the bottom floor there was the works manager, and then there was the planned maintenance staff that used to do all the office work there. Number 35 was the press department. There they had molten glass, and they poured it into metal moulds and pressed them, and they made domestic ware, car headlamps, and also navigation lights and all sorts of other things that were used for press glass, and then sometimes at the end of the shift the men would used to make hopscotches for the children. This was unofficial, and I know I've seen one or two lying around. You just put a bit of glass on the end of a stick, let it run on the floor, flatten it, and then it was off for the children. Number 36 was the main packing department for these people here, and there were all crates and things in there. That's number 36.